And the microphone is on. Good morning. I'm Rainer Honecke. And first let me thank the two panel members that agreed to step up in a little while here for taking time out of their busy days to come before you and provide you with a progress report on a process the Delta Stewardship Council's science program has been closely participating in. We recognized early on that the collaborative science and adaptive management process that came out of the biological opinion remand represented an opportunity to put theory into practice and use this process as a first test case for bridging the science policy gap, and where we could help scientific uncertainties from honest disagreements, and that we could actually help resolve uncertainties by conducting or helping set up large-scale management experiments that we could use to learn from. Let me introduce Val Connor, the science program manager of the State and Federal Contractors Water Agency. If you wouldn't mind coming up, and Lauren, I invite you to come up to the table too. And Leah Winternitz, formerly with the Nature Conservancy and now with GEI Consulting. Both of those esteemed folks were co-chairing the collaborative adaptive management team, and Leah represented the environmental interest group side on the team, and Val the public water agencies. Both of them have skillfully worked with the two facilitators of the collaborative science and adaptive management process to align the stakeholders involved and camped along a common mission, and to develop a level of trust among the scientists and managers that participated in this process that would have been unthinkable before this process started. Just in the way of background, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the National Marine Fisheries Service were under a court-ordered remand schedule for completing revisions to salmon and delta smelt biological opinions that placed certain conditions on the operation of the Central Valley Project and the State Water Project. And in April of 2013, the United States District Court for the Eastern District of California decided to extend the deadlines in both the smelt and salmonid cases for 1 year. And this extension was intended to give this collaborative science and adaptive management process an opportunity to develop a durable science process and program that will be useful for implementation of existing reasonable and prudent alternatives to protect one or more of the listed species, as well as improvement of the next biological opinions and the Bay Delta Conservation Plan. So this is kind of a keystone that sits in the middle of all of the controversy that exists right now. And Delta Science Program staff, and as well as the IEP lead scientist, were invited to participate since the beginning of the process in April 2013. And that team has helped shape the joint status report to the district court judge that you had included in an earlier package from a previous council meeting. And since 2012, the public water agencies and the environmental interest groups, as well as the fish and wildlife agencies, had been broadly involved, together with the Bay Delta science community as a whole, in development of the Delta Science Plan, and everybody saw that as an opportunity to kind of create some pathways to manage scientific conflict, sort out scientific agreements from uncertainties, and ensure the relevance, credibility, and legitimacy of adaptively managing decisions in support of protecting listed species. And so with that, I'd like to pass the baton on to Val Connor, who wants to give a quick slide presentation that sort of outlines where we were, where we are now, and where we might be going.